we cut out the old motor mounts. You can see here. And we used the side grinder with the cutoff wheel, and then had to use a little bit of motivation with the chisel and the hammer and some elbow grease. And this is our next step. We are going to put in the new motor mounts approximately here.
Yeah, somewhere around here. These Novak mounts are nice. They've already got the angles where it's supposed to sit here. The instructions say to do 29 1/8 inch from the back of the front main tube to, the instructions say the leading edge. I am assuming it is this. I want to do a little bit of lookup before we get into that. But they're super nice. We've got both sides prepped, smooth. We've got everything cut off. It's got a pretty good profile. The mount should fit within what we've got smoothed down here. Actually, you can kind of see ourselves in it.
A fine polish.
It's got a pretty good polish. It should be a good profile for the weld.
Yep.
Alrighty, so let's get the measurements back down. Again, we did a little test fit, but cleaning it up, got the lines off. So let's get our lines back up. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of looking up online to see if anybody's talked about these Novak mounts, just to make sure when they say leading edge, that means this bottom, because they're flared a little bit, like you can see it on the camera. So this is awesome. Let's get to the next step.
Yep. And we have new gear.
My dad has started a business where he can make one-off or multiple small prints and custom designs. And so we found these aprons and had him put our logo and the name across here. And also playing around with some hats. Here's an orange and black one. Here's a black one with orange letters.
Pretty cool.
So I'll put a link to his Facebook landing page in the description of this video. Got the motor mounts tack welded in. I've got 3 little spots on both sides. Here, we haven't even unveiled this thing yet. Mm-hmm. Here's the block from the machine shop. They painted it black in all of the exposed areas. Quite pretty. We've got our LS mounting plate on it here. We're going to get it on the hoist and then go get the transmission and put on the back of it. I think I'm going to do just the transmission block. What do you think?
I think it sounds good.
I don't think we need the transfer case since the shifter is going to come up into the same spot. I tend to say stuff on this YouTube channel where I say, I'm not going to do this. And then guess what? We end up doing that. So I'm going to see if we'll just get the transmission and the block in here. We've also got to get the motor mounts that came with the plates to get it set down on there. So, all right, we'll get that on, get it stabbed in place, see what happens.
Ah.
All right, we got it this far. Got the transmission attached to the block. I'm going to point the camera down a little bit here, and let us get it in place. We may have a problem.
What? What do you think?
I can't go in anymore.
Oh.
Oh, if I can take this off. I'm out of room. And we've got to go back quite a ways. This bolt has to come all the way over into here. I think we took the old motor out using, I know we did because I just took it off. This maybe to give us some extra distance.
We just need to do some fancy footwork.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about too is once we build this, the weight that's going to be on it, and we're going to have a transfer case back here. Unless we want to try to mount it once it's in there, but I'd rather try to put them in together, I guess. All right, give us a minute. Let us try to figure this out.
We'll get it.
in that last clip, we said we'll be back in a minute. Well, I think it's been a week and a half. You know, real life happens. But after some finagling, looky here. Oh man, so what did we have to do? I had to take the front bumper off, which is laying on the ground right here, because I needed that much more. And I added this little extension in here inside the existing tubing, and I actually brought it all the way back. It's somewhere in here somewhere, bolted through the original. I've got this mocked up like they had here with the chain cut out. And then I had to use the load leveler to be able to get enough length in here. However, with all that said, these mounts are super nice. We put them in where the guide said to measure from the tube here. I'll have to look at it. I want to say it was 29 and an 1/8 inch, I think, from here to this skirt. We had some question on the skirt. I just tried it. But putting this here, all of the clearance from the back of the block and the bell housing to the firewall here. See if I can get close. Looks really good. And then also, let's step inside real quick. Where the transmission comes in is dead in the center of this, and I couldn't remember if it was supposed to go in the center of this opening. But if I grab the boot over here, and if you imagine where that's going to go on there, from here to here is completely lined up. So let me throw the boot on, and you probably can't see, but that shifter comes out dead center there, and this looks completely perfectly centered between everything here. I don't have the 4-wheel drive shifter on, but I don't see why it wouldn't be bad here. But I'm going to say this is good. I am very pleased with these mounts. Having a little bit of an issue trying to get these bushings to line up in here the way they go in on the other side, but we'll just deal with that when it's time to put the full block in, which is going to be interesting when this thing is completely dressed with lettuce, pickle, and tomato, because right now it's easy to manipulate. The heads aren't in the way right here, and get your hands down in here and all that good stuff. So I don't know. May have to just build the whole thing, leave the intake off, put the intake on with this thing when it's permanently in here. But I'm really happy with all of that. So I think the next thing's up, since this looks really good now. Get this out, we can start building the motor, and then we can start prepping the firewall, get it sanded. I think I just want to paint it a flat black, a chassis black, something like that. So I guess the next part of this video is going to be getting this motor back out and starting the build process. So, yes. All right, I'm dressed up in the gear. It is a hot day. I don't know why every time it seems like I weld is on the hottest days. Never in the winter, when it's nice and cool, it's always hot. I would suck welding on the camera. It's been a little while since we have welded, but I guess maybe the camera adds 10 pounds of welding. I don't know. All right, I did a little on the inside here. Let's take a look. I'm just going to let this air dry. I'm not going to force any air on it or anything. So let's see. Had to start and stop a couple times. It's a little proud right there, but that won't hurt anything. Looks good all the way around. And then I did go up inch and a half. Let's see if we can see it over here with the light. It's even hard for me to see. Yeah, about an inch. Inch and a half. I'm pretty happy
Looks good.
with this. I sent some pics to my bro, who is a certified welder and has been to school, and he is an awesome welder. And he said, make a second pass. So I haven't yet cleaned it up again, but I went all the way around on everything and made a second pass, went a little bit wider. I think it still looks pretty good. So everything is hot. I've got my hand here. I mean, this is warm out to here. So we'll get this cleaned up and then again go back to just let it air cool and start working on some other things. Thanks, bro. So, like I said, air dry or air cool. I don't really need to dry. Super hot. Took all the gear off. I guess we'll go sort through our inventory of our engine rebuild stuff and
Get ready to put the engine back together.
yeah, get ready to start building the motor. Benita here has never built a motor.
Yeah.
And when I was working on the Z over here, at that time she wasn't helping me out here like she is now. So this is going to be her first motor build.
I'm excited.
And I'm excited to show her some things, and we'll go through the process over here. Oh, all right, let's maybe take a breather, go through all of our inventory of stuff here, and get to it.